Retiring abroad is something a lot of people think about. Lower cost of living, better weather, amazing food, and a slower, less stressful lifestyle. And after living overseas now for many years and meeting hundreds of expats, I completely understand why people are looking at places like Southeast Asia for retirement. But I've also noticed something. A lot of people make very serious financial mistakes when retiring abroad. And those mistakes can end up costing you thousands of dollars over time. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 of the biggest mistakes that expats make when retiring overseas and how you can avoid them. So stick around for today's video.
Got these plans stuck in my head. Southeast Asia calling me instead. Bangkok nights and Bali shores. Sick of dreaming, want something more. Pack your bags, don't hesitate.
All right, by the way, I'm at a little cafe. It is called Point Zero Cafe. It is in Nairobi in a section called Karen. And it's just a small little cafe. Another great outdoor place with just phenomenal greenery. And that's what I like. I love these awesome little outdoor cafes. I love going to them and just kind of relaxing. It's a beautiful day here in Nairobi, so why not? So mistake number 1 is moving abroad without any kind of financial plan. And I think this is the first mistake that a lot of expats make before they make the move overseas. And the first thing is a lot of expats move overseas because they hear of the lower cost of living. And in many cases, that is actually true. That's why a lot of people move. And depending on your lifestyle, you might live comfortably on $1,500 to $2,500 per month in many countries. But I think many people forget to plan for things like inflation, emergency medical expenses, unexpected travel costs, or lifestyle changes over time. And I think some retirees arrive abroad with a kind of loose budget plan in mind, but they really haven't thought about how their finances will work over the next 10, 20, or even 30 years. And without a solid financial plan, it's very easy for retirement savings to disappear much quicker than planned or expected. But before we continue, I want to mention something that's really important for anyone approaching retirement. One of the biggest concerns I hear from viewers of this channel is whether their retirement savings will actually last, especially with inflation and market volatility. That's why I've partnered with Retire Wizard. Retire Wizard connects people between the ages of 55 and 75 with licensed financial advisors who specialize in retirement income planning. You can book a free no-obligation consultation where an advisor will review your current retirement plan and help you to explore ways to protect your savings and create reliable income. So if you're approaching retirement and want a second opinion on your financial plan, check the link in the description and also the pinned comment to schedule your free consultation today. Now let's continue. All right, mistake number 2 is underestimating healthcare costs. Now, one of the many reasons that people retire overseas, especially in places with well-known medical like Thailand, is that healthcare can be considerably less expensive than compared to the US or even other Western countries. And in many cases that is true, but healthcare is not free. Private hospitals, international clinics, surgeries, and long-term treatments can still cost quite a bit. And many expats choose to get private health insurance. And depending on your age, that could cost anywhere from a few hundred to several $1,000s a year. And healthcare quality can vary depending on where you are living at. And to be honest, places like the Philippines, not so good. Thailand, Malaysia, Vietnam, all pretty excellent with healthcare. And the major cities, though, usually have excellent healthcare, even in the Philippines, like St. Luke's and Makati. But if you're going to live in a smaller town or a rural area, then you're going to have limited options. So it's very important that you plan ahead and make sure healthcare is part of your long-term retirement budget. The third financial mistake many retirees overlook is currency exchange and cost of living increase. And I think most retirees who retire overseas are still receiving income from the United States. This might include Social Security, pensions, investment income. But when you're living overseas, you're spending money in a total different currency. And exchange rates can change quite a bit over time, sometimes for the positive, sometimes for the negative. My rent in various countries, the Philippines, Thailand, has changed drastically sometimes. Like it'll be, I wouldn't say drastically, but sometimes it goes up $20-30, the rent, and then sometimes it goes down $20-30. So yeah, you just never know, but you do have to account for it. And when the US dollar is strong, life abroad can feel very affordable. Right now in the Philippines, peso's over 59 to the dollar. But if the dollar weakens, then suddenly your cost of living can increase, even if prices in the country stay the same. And on top of that, the cost of living in a lot of popular retirement destinations is constantly increasing as well. Places that were once extremely cheap for expats are becoming more expensive as more foreigners move there. Tourism grows, local economies develop. So it's important to plan not just for today's cost of living, but also for inflation and future price increases over the next 10, 20, or even 30 years. Mistake 4 is falling for bad investments or scams, and this is very common as well. And unfortunately, this one happens more often than people realize. Retirees move overseas and suddenly they are being offered things like investment opportunities, business partnerships, property deals, or other great opportunities. I hear about it all the time in the Philippines, in other countries. And sometimes these opportunities turn out to be very, very bad decisions. And in some countries, legal protections may be vastly different than what you're used to in your home country. And once the money's invested or transferred, it can be very difficult to recover if things go wrong, and sometimes almost impossible. So it's always important to be very, very cautious when investing abroad, and definitely fully understand the legal and the financial risks before committing to anything. And the final mistake that retirees make is underestimating how long retirement can last. If someone retires at 60, they may need their retirement income to last 20, 30 plus years. And that's actually a very long time. And if you don't have a solid income strategy in place, it's possible to run out of money much sooner than expected. And that's why long-term retirement planning and having a reliable income strategy is so important. Now, despite these potential mistakes, retiring abroad can be an amazing, very incredible experience. It has been for me. You can enjoy a lower cost of living, beautiful destinations, and a lifestyle that I think most people just dream about. And the key is simply planning ahead and avoiding some of the same financial mistakes that many retirees make. And if you're approaching retirement and want to review your financial strategy, remember you can check the link in the description and also the pinned comment for the free retirement consultation that I mentioned earlier. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.
Got these plans stuck in my head. Southeast Asia calling me instead. Bangkok nights and Bali shores. Sick of dreaming, want something more. Pack your bags, don't hesitate. Gio, let's go before it's too late. Time keeps slipping away from us. Keep living life.